Do you know that negative energy can follow us around like a shadow, subtly affecting our thoughts, feelings, and even our fate? Many cultures around the world talk about dark forces and malevolent energies. But what if I told you that you could not only protect yourself, but also change and neutralize these energies using ancient Buddhist wisdom and the simplicity of salt? Before we go any further with this interesting topic, I have a question for you. Have you ever felt drained or burdened by a heaviness that you couldn't explain? How often do you deal with negativity in your daily life that you wish you could return from where it came from without harm or conflict? This video shows how mindfulness, intention, and the elemental purity of salt can change our lives and get rid of these unseen burdens. It also shows how Zen Buddhism can be used to get rid of and change negative energies, harmful intentions, and even targeted witchcraft, not through revenge, but through peace, understanding, and purity. Before we go any further with these powerful teachings, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. This simple action helps get these helpful ideas to more people who may be having trouble with negative energies in their lives. By subscribing, you also make sure that you never miss any inspiring content that can make your journey more peaceful, clear, and safe. So go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to be the first to get these life-changing teachings. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt like you were surrounded by negativity that made you feel tired? If so, leave a comment below with the affirmation, "I release all negativity and embrace peace." This will not only set your intention for protection, but it will also strengthen the energy of this community. Let's fill the comments with positivity and mindfulness, making it a place where we can help and love each other. Chapter 1. What negative energy is and how it affects us. In the calm world of Buddhist teachings, evil is not seen as something outside of us that we need to fight with violence or fear. Instead, it is seen as a manifestation of bad intentions, both those that come from within us and those that are aimed at us. This way of thinking tells us not to fight enemies we think are outside of us, but to look within and see how our reactions and inner states affect the energy we feel and give off. It's like how water changes shape to fit the container it's in. Our energy changes shape based on what we let into our minds and hearts. When we dwell on anger, resentment, or fear, we become containers for negativity. These negative emotions cloud our judgment and change how we interact with the world, bringing more negativity into our lives like an iron filing magnet. People who mean us harm, whether they are jealous, trying to curse us, or pretending to be witches, are like arrows aimed at our hearts. But we can let these arrows land at our feet without hurting us. Buddhist wisdom tells us that these arrows can only hit us if we are open to them and our mental and emotional defenses are weak. By staying calm and mindful, we can deflect these arrows, making them useless. This leads us to the deep practice of returning negativity, not with vengeance, but with purification. It's not about sending harm back to the person who caused it, but rather neutralizing this harmful energy through non-engagement. Think of the ocean. It's huge, deep, and mostly calm. Even when a storm hits the surface, the ocean's depths stay calm. By embodying the ocean's calmness, we can absorb and neutralize negative energy without letting it upset our inner peace. We can become non-reactively calm by being fully present in the present moment and aware of our thoughts and feelings without judging them. Mindfulness and meditation can help us become more aware of these things, so we can watch our emotions rise and fall like waves without being swept away by them. This awareness puts a wall between us and negative energies, so we can choose how to react. We learn to recognize when negative emotions start to show up and fight them with compassion and understanding for ourselves and for others. Also, when we know where negative energies come from and how we contribute to their spread, we can begin to break down the ways they control us. We understand that our thoughts and feelings are temporary and do not define us. We know that by changing the way we talk to ourselves from one of fear and aversion to one of acceptance and understanding, we change the energy we reflect and attract. So, in Buddhism, changing negative energy into positive energy is an act of inner purification that leads to peace and stability. By meditating, being mindful, and cultivating compassion, we not only protect ourselves from negative energies outside of ourselves, but we also make the world a better place by spreading peace and positivity. This way of thinking doesn't deny the existence of negativity. Instead, it gives us the power to choose how to respond to it, turning potential conflicts into chances to learn and grow. Chapter 2. How Salt Can Protect You. Spiritually, people from many cultures and spiritual traditions have revered salt for its deep cleansing properties. Salt is known to absorb and neutralize negative energy, which is why it is an important part of many cleansing rituals, especially in Buddhism and Zen. Its meaning goes beyond tradition. It represents a deep spiritual wisdom that teaches us about peace, purity, and protection. In Zen, where everything is done with purpose, using salt in cleansing rituals is especially powerful. Just like salt keeps food from going bad, it also keeps our energy fields pure. By including salt in these rituals, we are not just doing something symbolic, we are actively practicing something that has real effects on our spiritual health. The salt in the water during these rituals is a powerful metaphor for finding clarity and stillness in life's stormy seas, providing a safe haven of calm amidst the chaos of negative energies we encounter. Mindfully using salt in spiritual practices is more than just a way to clean. It's also a way to change things. When we use salt, we don't face or fight negativity head-on. Instead, we dissolve it. This dissolution is not harsh, it's gentle and deliberate. Freezing salt with intentional mindfulness is especially powerful because it represents our ability to stop the negative influences in our lives by encasing harmful energies in the salt and stopping their spread. By freezing the salt, we are metaphorically freezing the negativity, stopping it from growing or affecting us more. When we use salt in these kinds of rituals, it depends on how our minds and hearts are. We must approach it with a clear mind and a compassionate heart. Going into these rituals angry or thinking about getting even will defeat their purpose. These emotions only make the negative energies stronger that we're trying to get rid of stronger. Instead, we should use salt with feelings of peace, acceptance, and a desire for harmony. This is in line with the Buddhist path of non-attachment and compassion, where everything we do is based on mindfulness and the intention to bring about healing and peace. By using salt in a thoughtful and intentional way as a protector and cleanser, we learn important lessons about how to deal with negativity in our own lives. It teaches us to see protective practices not as walls against an outside enemy, but as ways to create inner peace and stability. By intentionally and mindfully incorporating salt into our spiritual practices, we make ourselves stronger against negative influences and create a space where positivity can grow. In using salt, we are following an ancient practice that not only keeps us safe, but also makes us pure, cleans us, and makes us clear. As we continue to learn more about these age-old ways of protecting ourselves spiritually, we discover that the simplest things around us hold the keys to deep spiritual insights and life-changing energy. Through salt, we find a way to more peace and a better understanding of how to keep our surroundings and ourselves pure. Comment below with the affirmation, "I embrace the wisdom of salt and purify my energy." By sharing this, you set a strong intention to cleanse negativity and invite clarity into your life. Have you ever used salt in your spiritual practices? Let us know your experience and how it has helped you find balance and peace. Your story might inspire someone else on their journey. Chapter 3. The Ritual of Freezing Salt. A Zen View. The freezing salt ritual, which comes from Zen philosophy, is a powerful and symbolic way to shield ourselves from negative energies. This ritual is not about cursing or sending harm back to others. Instead, it's about making a barrier that stops negative energies in their tracks, encasing them in stillness and stopping them from having an effect on our lives. This ritual's essence is its gentle way of shielding oneself without aggression or harm. To start the ritual, you will need a small container. Fill it with water and add a lot of salt. As we've already talked about, salt is believed to cleanse and protect. As you mix the ingredients, focus on your intentions. These are very important. Write down a clear intention or a prayer that fits with your need for protection or cleansing, and then put this intention into the salty water. Putting your intention into the container represents enshrining your deepest wishes into the ritual itself. Next, you freeze the container. As the water turns into ice, picture all the bad energies around you stopping completely, blocked by the crystallized barrier of frozen salt. Picture the ice as a shield, cool and impenetrable, reflecting back any bad energy or harm, not as a return curse, but as a simple loss of its power. This imagery is deeply beautiful, and it helps you become mentally stronger against negativity. Mindfulness is very important during this process. Do this ritual with a calm mind. If you go into the freezing with anger or resentment, it will defeat its purpose because those emotions will taint the ritual with the negativity you want to avoid. Instead, adopt a meditative state of mind. Breathe deeply and focus your thoughts on peace and protection. This alignment of thought and action is key to the ritual's success. A calm mind amplifies the protective power of the salt, making the ritual more powerful. After the salt has been frozen for a few days, it is time to let go of the energies it has trapped. This part of the ritual is just as important as freezing the salt. Carefully and intentionally get rid of the salt water. You could melt it under running water, letting the flow cleanse and dissolve the negative energies. You could also bury the ice in the ground, where the earth can neutralize the salt and heal any remaining negativity. As you do this, say a prayer of release, asking that the negativity be turned into kindness that will help the earth. The calm and thoughtful way this ritual is done does more than just protect us. It teaches us about the power of intention and the strength of peace. It's a reminder that we don't have to react to bad things with bad things. Instead, we can choose a path of peace and mindfulness using simple things like salt and water to protect ourselves and improve our spiritual health. When we do the freezing salt ritual, we reaffirm our commitment to a life guided by calmness, protection, and intentional positivity. If you found this ritual insightful and want to continue learning how to protect your energy with mindfulness, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss these powerful teachings. Part 4. The Buddhist Way, Giving Up Instead of Fighting. Letting go has a deep meaning in the peaceful path of Buddhism that goes beyond the physical rituals we might do to protect ourselves from bad things. Rituals like freezing salt are useful for protecting ourselves, but they are only tools. In Buddhism, protection comes from changing inside, from having a clear mind that can handle problems without getting upset. For this process to work, we need to follow the principle of non-attachment, which means not giving our energy or attention to people who want to hurt us. Think of negativity as an arrow flying toward a target. If there is no target for it to hit, it just falls to the ground, harmless. When we don't react to malice or ill intentions with anger or fear, the negative energy has nowhere to land, fades away, and loses its power over us. This state of non-reaction is not about being indifferent, it's about keeping our inner peace. Metta, or loving-kindness meditation, is an important part of this practice because it helps us actively develop compassion. When we practice metta, we send loving kindness and compassion to ourselves and to others, even those who may not wish us well. This powerful form of meditation can change the environment around us. By radiating kindness and compassion, we not only protect ourselves from negativity, but may also change the hearts of those who mean us harm. This isn't just a passive defense, it's an active engagement that softens conflicts and creates an aura of peace that is hard for hostility to get through. Another important part of the Buddhist way of dealing with negativity is forgiveness. In Buddhism, forgiveness doesn't mean excusing wrongdoing or denying that something hurtful happened. Instead, it means freeing ourselves from the weight of resentment and anger that we may be carrying. Holding on to these feelings ties us to the harm we want to escape, while letting go frees us and brings back our peace of mind. A heart that isn't heavy with resentment is a place of calm that is far from the reach of negativity. This chapter on letting go and embracing peace shows us that the best way to protect our spiritual health is not through external rituals, but through the strength of our own hearts and minds. By practicing non-attachment, metta and forgiveness, we start on the most important path to protecting our spiritual health. These practices don't just protect us, they change us, allowing us to live with grace and peace no matter what the outside circumstances are. They remind us that when we change how we react to the challenges of the world, we change how we experience the world itself. This is the true power of the Buddhist way, the power to stay at peace in a turbulent world, turning our interactions with negativity into chances for deep personal growth and peace. Comment below with the affirmation, "I release resentment and embrace peace." By sharing this, you are setting the intention to free yourself from negativity and welcome a life of calm and compassion. Chapter 5. Everyday ways to stay safe and keep the peace beyond the rituals we do to protect our spirituality. There is a deep, daily practice of mindfulness that builds a peaceful life. Mindfulness is simply being aware of our thoughts, words, and actions. This constant awareness is important because it shapes the energy we attract and create in our lives. When we are mindful, we block out negativity and create a space of positivity around us. As part of our daily routine, doing things like chanting, meditation, and mindful breathing can help strengthen our spiritual immunity. For example, chanting is more than just saying words out loud. It's a form of vocal meditation that aligns our energy with the frequency of peace and serenity. Meditation helps us become more self-aware and better control our emotional responses, which stops negative emotions from taking root. Mindful breathing, on the other hand, helps us stay in the present moment, clears our minds of stress and clutter, and creates an inner peace that can't be disturbed by outside events. Another practical way to make our surroundings more peaceful is to clean our living spaces. Using salt, water, and incense can be very effective. As we've seen, salt absorbs negative energies, water cleans and refreshes the air, and incense fills the air with scents that lift the spirit and calm the mind. Together, these three things keep our homes pure and holy, turning them into places of peace and happiness. There is an intention at the heart of all of these practices. Our intentions determine what we think and do. They are what drives our daily rituals and our practice of mindfulness. When we set intentions that are filled with wisdom, compassion, and detachment, we create an impenetrable shield against negativity. Living with wisdom means realizing that life's problems are temporary and dealing with them with clarity and calmness. Compassion allows us to understand how others feel, which lowers our feelings of anger and conflict. Detachment is not a state of mind where we don't let outside events disturb our inner peace. By making these practices a part of our daily lives, we don't just protect ourselves from bad things. We change the way we experience life itself. We become more resilient, which doesn't mean building walls around ourselves, but strengthening our inner core. This resilience gives us the strength to face the world with a peaceful heart and a clear mind. Every mindful breath, chant, and meditation moment has a cumulative effect that changes how we interact with the world. These daily moments of mindfulness and intention weave a protective tapestry around our lives, making sure that no darkness, no matter how dense, can hide the light that we choose to embody and radiate. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if this video helped you understand how to protect your energy better or gain clarity. By subscribing, you join a growing community of people who are committed to spiritual growth, mindfulness, and wisdom. Your support helps these powerful teachings reach more people who may need them. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a chance to improve your mind and spirit. Let me know what you think. Are you ready to let go of negativity and embrace peace? Leave a comment below with the affirmation, "I am protected, I am at peace." By doing this, you are setting a strong intention for protection and positivity in your life. Let's fill the comments with positive energy and make a peaceful space together.